Hi, and welcome to the Rave.com. I'm Allie here with Fall Out Boy. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having us.
It was almost 4 years ago to the date that you guys were here with All Time Low, last time you were here. And now you're back.
Here we are.
It's great to have you guys back.
Thank you.
Glad to be
Thank you.
back.
So I have to ask, what sparked the return of Fall Out Boy?
I think it was always going to be about new music. If we, when we talked about if we would come back or when we would come back, it was always going to be driven by music, and it was just a matter of finding the right inspiration and getting the songs going, and the rest kind of followed that. That drove the train.
Yeah. So you guys made an entire album and planned your full U.S. tour in complete secrecy without anyone finding out, which is amazing that somehow happened. I mean, was it planned that way, or did it just kind of fall into place that way?
I mean, the thing that we were thinking was that if, because like Pete said, we're waiting on the music, we're waiting for the songs to really demand that we go out and play them. And so in that way, we didn't really, we planned it, but there was also this kind of feeling where it's like, if this thing isn't right, we're probably not doing these dates. So that was one of the benefits to keeping it kind of secret, playing it close to the chest, because it kind of afforded us a lot more time to just really focus on the record and make sure that was where we wanted it to be.
And people not thinking we were like a functioning band was what made us able to keep it secret.
It was kind of like one of the least stressful recording processes, because there just wasn't like guys in suits hanging around like talking to you about how you needed the record to work and that kind of thing. I think that it just, we didn't have any that much pressure on us, because I think at the end of the day, I thought about what Patrick said, that like if it didn't work, we were literally going to throw the record out and just not tell anybody about it.
Well, no one would know. Were there times when it almost got out?
Not really. The funny thing is that lots of rumors went around,
Mm-hmm.
and lots of them were very near the truth, but none of them were right. It was always like
The 2 Chainz one was right.
yeah, the 2
When
Chainz
2
one was right,
Chainz
but
posted
no
a
one
picture
believed
of
that one.
me
That's the
and-
craziest
yeah.
thing. It's like that one
The
was
Fall Out
real,
Boy featuring
100%
2
real,
Chainz.
and no one bought it.
People were like, meh, too weird, not happening. But that was the most real one.
But
by
we
far.
also had the
No,
benefit of the fact that the entire time we were on hiatus, that there were rumors constantly.
Yeah.
So any rumor could just be a rumor.
They were crying wolf for a good 4 years, so it's good.
They wanted you guys to come back so badly. So tonight is the first date of the Save Rock and Roll tour. How does it feel to be touring again?
It feels awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, it feels like I'm back home where I need to be.
Yeah.
But something's different about it, I guess. It feels like on stage it feels similar maybe, but I don't know. I feel like that there is, and maybe it's just that it's the beginning of the tour, but it feels like maybe we have matured a little bit.
I don't
And
think there's any
mature
question.
is the wrong word.
Yeah.
It's the most annoying word to hear a band say.
We grew up. Literally by age and years. Years have happened, and therefore those years have tacked on to our age. And eventually you either decide to stop being like a teenager forever and become an adult, or you stay a teenager forever. And I don't think that was an interest of any of ours.
There's a strange thing that happens as you get older, where you start out your band. You start when you're like in high school and stuff, and it's whether it sinks or swims, you don't know what you're doing. It's just kind of this thing that happens, and so you kind of just make it up as you go along. Then you kind of get some degree of success, and all of a sudden you're employing a lot of people, and there's lots of people involved in making your show happen, and all these other things. There are people depending on you.
Art being done by committee is just hard.
It's really hard, and so you add all those things together, and you really have to have a very cohesive group of people. You really have to all be playing the same game and all be on the same page in order to make that happen. And I think there were times in our career where we definitely were in completely different directions. I think coming back this time, it's the first time, even feeling it today, this was one of the first times in soundcheck today, looking around, and we just understood, we had fun, but there's a lot of responsibility to it too. We were even trying to get, we were even trying to start on time, which is crazy. We never used to do that, because there's all sorts of other, every little decision you make affects people.
We never used to rehearse that much.
We never rehearsed. So we rehearsed. It's crazy.
So the new album is Save Rock and Roll. How is it different from your previous albums?
I think that first and foremost that it's so sonically different than, it was just recorded in such a different process that it it sounds different. And I think people are like, we talked about it before, that we tell people that it's like more of a minimalist kind of instrumentation, and like the stuff we used, and people are like, well, it sounds so big. And I think that truly goes to show you that it doesn't take you stacking a bunch of different guitars or vocals.
Yeah, sometimes less is more, I guess.
Less is definitely more when you're recording. The more guitars you add, it's not going to sound like a guitar anymore. It'll just sound like a weird square wave of junk.
And then, like, I think that, like, thematically it's different. We're writing from a different place. I think that I read, like, this review of ours where it was like, and then they started writing songs about writing songs. And that's like, like when you get into this weird area of...
Before this record, you mean?
Yeah, like, I mean, in our career, I guess. And you get into this strange, like, probably like an almost famous kind of the film area where you're not living life anymore, so it's hard to write about it, and you're starting to write about fame, and you write about writers, and just like the stuff that's hard to relate to. So I think that going back and living life allowed us to kind of write about things that are relatable to other people, hopefully. Yeah. This is why you get into playing music for people.
Yeah. Well, it's a great album, so congratulations on that, guys. And you have 3 videos that you released of songs off of the album, and they all kind of have a storyline that goes along with them. So what is that storyline?
You have to keep watching the videos.
You gotta find out.
Yeah, I don't know why people like. You're like, yeah, what am I getting for my birthday? I'm like, well, you should probably wait and open it on your birthday, We don't want to...
Well, yeah, the thing is we're doing a video for every song.
Yeah, so it's an entire
It'll
narrative.
play out over all 11 songs.
Okay.
We have filmed some more videos, and we will film more videos after that until we are done. We've done 11 videos. So
I keep saying 12 everywhere.
I know,
and kids are like, put out the secret song.
Like, there's a secret song. What is it? I need that song.
It's the Thong Song cover.
Thong Song.
Yeah.
It's Robert Downey Jr. lying on a couch.
for 3.5 minutes. That's it. Silence.
Someone does not like...
I actually have to ask, how did you film the song with your hand cut off? I mean, obviously it wasn't actually cut off, but...
He wasn't filming it.
Well,
Which is
yes,
easy,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to... No, it's... it's a little bit...
It's like the Kingslayer, but we call him the Fun Slayer.
There you go.
Game of Thrones reference.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of... You have to wrap it up and stuff. There's a lot of things where I'm trying to like... Because you gotta, it's not like I don't have my hand or my wrist anymore. So there's a lot of times when I'm like this, and I'm like, oh darn, I'm moving it, aren't I? So I've been, I'm trying to be stiff and not move it.
Patrick built himself a splint.
I built a splint. Yeah.
Out of like forks and paper towels.
This is so embarrassing, but I did build a
splint.
because
I don't think it's embarrassing. I think it's a little bit of ingenuity.
But it was fun. But you can buy a splint though. You can go to any Walgreens. and buy a
I'm not gonna lie. We didn't have a lot of time to go buy stuff.
No. Of course. Well,
I did. I went shopping like constantly.
I
while
bought
we
all
were
my.
making them.
But there was a runner who was. This is the funniest thing is we're on the set and I asked to try and make my splint. I was like, does anyone have chopsticks? And they're like, just those crappy chopsticks that you get from.
Oh, we'll run out and get you some chopsticks.
Game of telephone. They ran out to get me chopsticks. I'm like, you could just buy a splint at that point. You should buy a real one. But whatever.
So you made a splint out of chopsticks.
Splint. He wants his splint right now.
Where's my splint?
Well, thank you guys for joining us before your show tonight.
Thank you.
Have a great time. We're so glad to have you back.
Thanks for having
us again.
And thank you for watching TheRave.com. Be sure to check out Fall Out Boy's current album, Save Rock and Roll. We'll see you soon on TheRave.com.